everyone, Kimberly Berg, clinical exercise physiologist in the Rebel Fit Club, the training center for people with Parkinson's. Today I'm going to be talking to you about another great stretch that you can do in the morning to get you started for your exercise class or just get you ready for your active day. So if you are looking for those other exercises up till now, I will include them in the links below or in the article that you can access through my website. All right, so let's get started with today's. This is an oldie but goodie. Most people have done this. If you haven't, and this is the first time that you're seeing it, I hope you try it. Otherwise, for those of you who've seen this before and have been prescribed this exercise by a physical therapist, get your band out. We're gonna do it again. We also include this in our posture school, and I will include that link. That's a virtual course that you can access, and I'll put that in the links below also. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna give you an anatomy lesson first, because if you don't know what or why you're moving, you need to be able to access that with your brain. So I want all my listeners to be educated on what's going on behind them too. So on your back, you have two bony plates. You might know them as your shoulder blades, and they just kind of hang out back there, but they really have a very important purpose. They're called the scapula. As you move your arm about, they float on your back. They have a lot of muscle, a lot of ligaments, everything to guide them, and they only have one connection, one bony connection. Otherwise, they're just reacting to what you're doing with your ribs. So if you have stoop posture due to Parkinson's, if you are somebody that does a lot of computer work, you're watching TV, and maybe you forget to stand up straight, your shoulder blades are trying to react to that, and they can't float on the ribs very well if your spine is flexed forward. So that's why it's really important for us to have proper posture, because as our arms move around, these shoulder blades float and glide, and they can go this way, this way, this way. So oftentimes if somebody says they have shoulder pain, and this happens when somebody will come in for an evaluation, they'll say, just so you know, I have a rotator cuff tear. Well, my first thought is that's a symptom of some bigger picture here. Why did that happen? I mean, I know that some people have it through some sort of accident that they had, but most times it's because your chest is so tight and your back isn't strong enough, and so the arm bone, the humerus, actually gets rotated and pulled forward, and then the ligaments start getting sawed on, and so then you start having problems. So this exercise today is going to help us bring those shoulder blades back where they belong. They don't belong here unless you're reaching forward. We want to get them retracted back and sitting and nested where they're supposed to be. This simple exercise is going to help you do that. So let's get started. So you're going to have your arms at 90 degrees and be nice and open. And just think about ironing out all the wrinkles in the front of your shirt. And then you just place your elbows by your side at 90 degrees with the palms facing up. So your thumbs are facing outward. And we're just gonna pull them in opposite directions. Really easy peasy. I want you to think of your last $2 bills under your elbows. So we're gonna put a dollar bill there, and be nice and tall and straight, remembering that really openness in the front of the chest. Now, breathing with this is important, as it always is with exercises, because the muscles can't relax or contract if they don't have oxygen. So we're going to go ahead and take a breath in and out. And now we're going to start, as we breathe, we're gonna pull the band in each direction. Now, as you're doing this, I want your brain to be thinking of the muscles between your shoulder blades. So you're gonna contract those muscles, getting those shoulder blades to glide together. Now, as you're doing this, you can see that my arms are going back also. So they're falling into a really good place. Shoulder blades are moving. You wanna be tall. One thing to remember, whenever you're doing any sort of stretching or resistance training, you want the best posture you can possibly have during that time, because you are telling your brain, this is how I want to be stacked with my body. And so make sure that your back is in a really good position and your posture is upright. You can do this one seated so everybody gets to play, and you're gonna pull them with the same resistance. Now, hold one and then just do one side. I call this Hitch Hiker. And then the other side. And you'll find that one side is more difficult than the other. This will help your shoulders. It's gonna warm up your back. It's gonna improve your posture. And I've also been asked, is it the same thing to put 2 hand weights? Well, that's not a bad exercise, but it's not the same thing, because then you have gravity going down. We want the resistance to be coming from the middle part so that you get the shoulder blades. So that is my quick tip. Now, I promised you a way to remember to do this. Okay, so this is what I do, little helpful hint. I leave this band on the counter. Every time you see the band, pick it up and do 10. That's why it's nice to have the lightweight. You do 10 of them. And you will find throughout the day, if you keep doing 10 at a time, every time you see the band, you'll get quite a few reps in there. So this is not a heavy muscle exercise. This is a placement and a reminder of how your shoulder blades should move. So do this one first thing in the morning with the other stretches, and you could do it before you go to bed too. So hope that you do this. Let me know how it goes for you. If you have questions, always reach out to me. You can go to my website, rebelfitclub.com, where you can fill out a questionnaire, or go to my blog section. We have complimentary videos. Put in something in the search bar like foam roller exercises or posture, and you'll see all the different videos that can help you slow down your Parkinson's and feel better quality of life. You can also contact me, Kimberly at rebelfitclub.com. I'm happy to get back to you and tell you how our great programming here in the gym, but also our virtual program, can help you get your heart rate up, get stronger, improve your balance, and help slow down your Parkinson's through our specific Parkinson's exercise. We always add that learning component to the physical component. Don't live in the same time zone, or you're on vacation, don't worry. We have a recorded library with all the goodness that we offer in our live classes. So thank you so much for watching. Don't lose hope, do the exercise, and as always, go forth and conquer.